Hi, today is today is September 30th, and this is day 30 of my 365-day series of going through Henry Blackaby's devotional, Experiencing God Day by Day. The title of today's devotional is Sympathy with God. Acts 5, verse 5 says, "When he heard these words, Ananias dropped dead, and a great fear came on all who heard." When God brings judgment upon someone, our natural inclination is often sympathy toward the one being disciplined. Yet, when God acts in judgment, our sympathies ought to lie with Him. Only God knows all that is at stake, and only He knows the full circumstances that provoked His wrath upon the one He is judging. Ananias and Sapphira's experience is one of the most perplexing stories in the New Testament. In a time when God's grace had provided salvation to all mankind, His response to this couple seemed unusually harsh. Yet there was much at stake in their deception. The church was in its formative stages. Ananias and Sapphira had witnessed the miraculous power of God and had seen thousands of people being added to the church. Nevertheless, they showed little regard for the Spirit of God when they blatantly lied to God and the church. Such irreverence would have been devastating to a church whose very life depended upon the presence and guidance of God's Spirit. God left a sobering reminder that He would not tolerate sin. Many times the sin of one Christian has a devastating effect on others. At times, God chooses to judge someone's sin severely as a deterrent for others. Don't try to protect someone from the judgment of God. It is a terrifying thing to fall under His judgment. Yet His judgment on one may ultimately save that person and many others. When God is judging others, take heed and examine your own life. God knows what is at stake. He loves His children enough to provide a stark warning of sin's dangers. This is a great example of God's omnipotence, and that, we might see someone being punished, and we might feel bad for them. We might want to have sympathy for them. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry this happened to you. But in reality, it might be God punishing them for something that happened, and only God knows truly what's happening behind everyone's hearts. And if we see someone being punished for sin, we should take that into account and observe our own lives and take into account what we're doing. And if that sin is something that we're experiencing too, we should take this warning, because we should be thankful that God didn't punish us for something like that, and we should take God's heeding and use that punishment as a deterrent for us to not continue to sin. So when God judges people, we need to just let God do everything that He needs to do. We're not the judge. We let God be the ultimate and perfect judge of everyone's actions, and while we're on earth, He'll judge us, and when we get to heaven, we'll take account for everything we've ever done. So with that, we need to make sure that we're not fully on the side of the people when people are suffering, but that we need to understand that God may be punishing someone or judging someone based on their actions. So thank you so much for listening, and God bless.